You're listening to 8158 Stories of Sacrifice, where we honor the bravery of the first responders and the families who stand behind them. Real people, real stories, real heroes. This is 8158.
Welcome back to the 8158 podcast Stories of Sacrifice, and thank you for joining us as we honor a true hero, Officer Collin James Rose, a man whose name has become synonymous with loyalty, service, and heart, a man who stood as both protector and friend, a steady presence in a world that often forgets the quiet strength behind the badge. Today, we remember him not through headlines or titles, but through the impact he left behind, the lives he touched, the love he gave, the mission he lived. Before we begin, we pause, not in sadness alone, but in gratitude. For every day Collin spent in service to others was a gift to his community, and so we take a moment of silence in his memory. Thank you. Collin Rose was born on April 1st, 1987, in Michigan. From an early age, his curiosity and courage set him apart. He was the kind of kid who wanted to know how things worked, why people hurt, how to help them heal. Family and friends remember him as someone who loved animals, who respected his elders, who believed in doing what was right even when no one was watching. As he grew, that compassion took root in something deeper, a calling. He enrolled at Ferris State University, pursuing a degree in criminal justice. He didn't choose law enforcement for the uniform or the authority. He chose it for the opportunity to make a difference. Those who studied alongside him remember a young man with relentless focus. He was disciplined, sharp, but always kind. He was the one who helped others study before exams, the one who could lighten a heavy day with a smile that reached his eyes. After graduating, Collin joined the Wayne State University Police Department in Detroit. For him, this wasn't just a job, it was a mission: to serve, to protect, and to connect. He soon found his place among the department's most elite, the Canine Unit. His first partner was Clyde, a narcotic-sniffing Rottweiler with a powerful nose and a personality that mirrored Collin's, loyal, driven, and fearless. Later came Wolverine, a German short-haired pointer who would carry Collin's spirit long after his final watch. Collin poured his heart into his training, often spending long nights refining cues, strengthening their bond, and making sure every command was clear, every signal precise. To Collin, these weren't just dogs, they were family, brothers in service. Colleagues often said, if you wanted to see dedication, look at Collin and his canines. They didn't just work together, they moved as one. Beyond his duties, Collin had a heart for others in uniform. He joined the Police Unity Tour, riding in honor of fallen officers, raising funds for their families, and standing with those left behind. He volunteered his time for animal rescues, community outreach, and canine safety awareness. He believed that being an officer didn't stop when the shift ended. Integrity, vigilance, heart. Those weren't just words Collin lived by, they were the compass that guided every decision he made. November 22nd, 2016, a cold evening in Detroit, the kind of night where the city hums low and officers stay sharp, scanning the streets they know by heart. Collin was on duty when he radioed dispatch, a calm, steady voice, reporting that he was approaching a suspicious bicyclist near Lincoln Street. That was the last transmission he would ever make. Moments later, tragedy struck. Collin was shot in the head during that encounter. Fellow officers rushed to his side. He was taken to Detroit Receiving Hospital, where doctors fought to save his life. But despite their efforts, on November 23, 2016, at just 29 years old, Officer Collin Rose passed away. He became the first officer in the Wayne State University Police Department's history to die in the line of duty. The shock rippled far beyond Detroit. Departments across the nation lowered their flags. Officers who had never met Collin wept with those who had. Candlelight vigils illuminated the streets he once patrolled. At his funeral, hundreds gathered, officers, friends, and strangers alike. His canine partners walked alongside his casket. It was a moment of heartbreak, but also of honor. A reminder that sacrifice is not measured by years served, but by the lives changed along the way. In recognition of his courage, Collin was posthumously promoted to sergeant and awarded the Citation of Valor, the highest honor his department could give. His brothers and sisters in blue stood shoulder to shoulder, saluting one of their own, promising to never let his memory fade. His sacrifice reminds us that the badge is more than metal. It's a symbol of trust, of duty, of love for humanity, even when that love comes at the greatest cost. Though Collin's watch ended that night, his legacy did not, because true service never dies. It multiplies through the lives of those inspired by his example. In early 2017, Collin's friends and coworkers came together to ensure his story would not be one of tragedy alone, but of transformation. The Officer Collin Rose Memorial Foundation was born, built on the very principles Collin embodied: compassion, community, and courage. Its mission is simple but powerful: to keep Collin's light shining through action. The foundation provides scholarships to students pursuing criminal justice or public service, young men and women who dream of walking a similar path. Each scholarship represents not just financial support, but a torch passed from one generation of protectors to the next. They also provide canine safety grants, funding protective vests, training equipment, and resources for departments across the country. For Collin, canine safety wasn't a side project, it was personal. He believed those four-legged officers deserved the same level of respect and protection as their human partners. Beyond equipment and education, the foundation extends its reach to families of fallen officers, offering comfort, financial aid, and the simple but profound reminder that they are not alone. Events like the annual golf outing, charity runs, and memorial ceremonies raise both awareness and hope. Every dollar raised goes towards continuing Collin's work, strengthening departments, empowering future officers, and honoring those who gave everything. The foundation stands as proof that one man's legacy can become a movement, that love and service can ripple through time, touching lives far beyond what any of us could imagine. To truly know Collin Rose is to know the laughter, the heart, and the moments in between. Friends remember his energy, the way he could make a room light up just by walking in. He had a sense of humor that could cut through tension, a confidence that made people feel safe, and a gentleness that made them feel seen. One friend once said, "You never left a conversation with Collin without smiling. He made you feel like you mattered, no matter who you were." At Ferris State, he was the guy helping others through their studies. On the field, he was a natural leader. And in the department, he was the one you wanted by your side, calm under pressure, always ready to help. His love for animals wasn't just professional. He fostered rescues, supported shelters, and often said his dogs taught him more about loyalty than any textbook ever could. His fiancée, Nicole Salgett, recalls how Collin would come home, drop to the floor, and play with Clyde and Wolverine like a kid, shedding the weight of the day in those simple moments of love. He was devoted, not just to service, but to family, friendship, and faith. Beyond the badge was a man who believed in kindness, who believed that doing good was the highest form of living. When people speak of Collin, they speak of laughter through tears. They speak of long drives, shared jokes, and the unspoken understanding that real friendship doesn't end, it continues through memory, through purpose, and through legacy. As we reflect on Collin's life, we're reminded that our role isn't only to remember, it's to carry forward what he stood for. To honor Collin's life is to continue his work. You can visit the Officer Collin Rose Memorial Foundation to learn more, contribute, or volunteer. Every donation funds training, safety equipment, and scholarships that give others a chance to serve as Collin did, with courage and compassion. Share his story. Talk about the heroes who protect your community. Show up for the families who carry the weight of loss long after the headlines fade. beyond any donation or event, live with integrity. Stand up for what's right, even when no one's watching. Be the kind of person Collin Rose would have been proud to know. Because the most powerful way to honor a life of service is to live a life of purpose. As we close, we return to where we began, to gratitude. For the life of Collin Rose, for the love he gave, for the legacy that carries his name. He may have left this earth far too soon, but his presence remains. In the wag of a canine tail, in the echo of a siren, in the quiet strength of every officer who suits up with honor. We remember him not only how he died, but how he lived. Collin Rose gave everything so others might live in peace and safety. And for that we say thank you. May his soul rest in eternal peace, and may his legacy forever guide those who follow in his footsteps. Collin Rose, end of watch, November 23rd, 2016.
Let's take a moment of silence for our fallen heroes. Thank you for joining us on 8158 Stories of Sacrifice. Every story we share is a tribute to the courage and resilience of first responders and their families. If this episode impacted, encouraged, or inspired you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with someone who supports first responders. Follow us on all social media platforms at 8158 Podcast for updates. 8158 Stories of Sacrifice is a team effort. Rico brings the stories to life through casting, writing, original music, and editing. Brianne Shipley as production manager, handling booking, social media, graphics, promotion, marketing, website management, and logo design. Please visit our website at 8158podcast.com. For questions, collaborations, or to share your story, our email address is contactus@8158podcast.com. Until next time, let's continue to honor the legacies and remember the sacrifices of those who served, every brave man and woman on the front lines, protecting and defending us all. This is Rico signing off and honoring 8158.